Hey everybody, and welcome back to some more Prison Architects. It is currently day 40 here in our prison. It's 5 p.m. and I've done a little bit more planning since the end of last episode, because at the very end of last episode we looked into the needs of our prisoners, and a lot of them were complaining about food. You can see right now about 90 of our prisoners have a critical need for food. And so what we did at the very end of last episode is we expanded out our kitchens here. We added a bunch more ovens and fridges and sinks to both the minimum security and the medium security kitchen. The medium security kitchen is still a little bit of a mess. We are slowly but surely clearing through all of these boxes, and it looks like we have way too many eggs. I have no idea why we have quite so many eggs in this kitchen here, but looking at the medium security kitchen made me realize that as of right now, we have no qualified prisoners available to work in the minimum security kitchen, which I think might be one of the reasons why they're not getting quite as much food as the guys in medium security. So, if we go over to programs here, we currently have one kitchen safety and hygiene class, but it's been run in the medium security kitchen. So, if we start a second one, that should allow us to start getting some qualified prisoners into the kitchen, and that's going to help give some more prisoners some jobs, and hopefully it's going to help with the preparation of food in the new kitchen over here. I'm not quite sure if that's how that works. It looks like there's an awful lot of people in this kitchen over here. I'm hoping that that works out well. Before we go any further, do we have any sprinklers in here? Because there's a lot of smoke, and I'm not too happy about how that looks. So I think that is a sprinkler, like right there. Yeah, that's definitely a sprinkler. Okay, so we should be fine for that kitchen, and you can probably see that I've done a little bit more planning around how I want the tables to be laid out. So this is something that I mentioned towards the end of last episode, but right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tables in the minimum security area. The maximum number of people that can sit on a table is 8, and so we can get, what, like 96 prisoners in total in the canteen at any given time. And right now we have 125 minimum security prisoners and 146 normal security prisoners, and I'm pretty sure normal security has less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They've got a few more, but still nowhere near enough to handle the number of prisoners that are actually trying to eat in this cafeteria. And so what I want to do, as soon as everyone goes to bed and as soon as we're going through the night and everyone's sleeping, I'm going to take down all the tables and put in a bunch more of them. They're going to be a lot more compact. We're going to try and fit a lot more tables into the same space, but I think it should work out just fine. I've tried to make sure that the corridors are clear. You can see, like, right here, if I go to planning mode, you can probably see where I want the tables to be a little bit better. They're all going to go horizontally throughout the cafeteria. You can see right now this one's kind of going vertically. They're all going to go horizontally this way, and I've cleared a path so they can walk straight through the cafeteria between, like, the two areas of minimum security. For example, if these guys over here want to get down to the chapel or the common room or the classroom. And one thing that I do want to do whilst we wait for night to fall so we can actually get started on the reorganizing of the canteen is I want to move the workshop, because right now we've got $56,000. One of our current achievements is to produce 10 superior beds, and so pretty much the first thing that I want to do today is move the new workshop to over in this area over here. But before we do that, we did make the same mistake over here as we did in normal security last episode, and that is that we didn't put a wall in where fence was. I don't think this is an issue. Like, I feel like this fence will do an adequate job of keeping prisoners out, but it doesn't really look great. It looks a little bit silly. So let me go ahead. I'm going to build in some new wall here just to kind of get the foundation of what it's going to look like. We're going to put a wall in there, and then we're going to spend probably quite a bit of our 54,000 here in building this new workshop, because all of the items in our original workshop are pretty expensive to put down. Like, if we look at the cost of a workbench press, this thing costs 1,500. The carpenter's table, 1,500, and then normal tables are not that expensive, but overall, it's going to end up being pretty expensive. So let me go ahead and dismantle all of these so we can move those over to what is going to be the new workshop. Let's speed things up a little bit here, try and get this up and running fairly quickly. And I did a little bit of calculations. I counted all the cells that we have in our planning, and I believe we have got space for 493 cells in total. So we are 7 cells shy of getting that capacity of 500. So at some point, if we want to be able to unlock that cell block E grant and receive that 20,000, we are going to have to find space for 7 more prison cells. Look at this. There was just nowhere near enough space for all of these prisoners in the minimum security canteen. That is ridiculous. Okay, so this wall has been put up. Let's go ahead and throw down, I guess, just a standard door. I don't really think we need much else. I don't even think we need metal detectors on the workshop door, because as far as I know, there's nothing metal they can get in there. They can get wooden pickaxes that they can use to tunnel out, but using a metal detector won't find those because they're wooden. So I'm just going to put normal doors on there. That should work out fine. And let's go ahead and allocate this as a workshop. I'm going to type in workshop here because I'm horrible at finding them in that big list of rooms there. So according to the wiki, 20 by 12 is the maximum, or is the most optimal size. It's 240 square blocks. It doesn't have to be 20 by 12. It can be any two lengths that multiply together to make 240. But apparently, this is the most optimal way of doing it. And so, we're going to just put a bunch of these in here. So, we're going to spend quite a bit. I guess we can put like carpenter's tables next to them. You can't rotate these? Wow, that's a little bit annoying. We've got 50,000 left. You know what? We'll put down like another line of saws as well. Actually, let me look real quick at logistics. We can put 20 people in here, and we have 18 qualified prisoners. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if we kind of evenly distribute them between the workshop saw and the workshop press. If that's the case, we've got 8 of these. We'll put down, I guess, 10 of both. So we'll go back to the workshop saw. We'll go 9, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right, though? Because then we got the wood carpenter's table. I don't think that's right. You know what? We'll put down a few of these as well. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not? And you know what? Just for fun, we'll put down another one of these right about there. And then we'll put down 2 tables along the end over here. I feel like this is not the most optimal way to lay out your workshop. That was a very expensive workshop. It costed about $20,000 to get that fitted. But what I'm hoping is that we can get a bunch of people for minimum security into this workshop, as many as possible, and hopefully try and push towards getting that grant complete, and then we can move on from that and start working towards some of the other stuff. So, this might be an issue here. So I think I can do this, because I think the power cables will transfer through all of these devices. But this could end up being a bit of an issue power-wise, because I'm not quite sure if this power station is going to be able to power all of this stuff. It seems a little bit excessive. We'll give it a try. If it does overload the power station and everything gets turned off, we'll put down another power station like directly next to it just to power this workshop room here. But we'll see how that works out. It is the middle of the night, so I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to do a shakedown because we haven't done one in quite some time, about 4 or 5 days now. So we'll go ahead and we'll run that. And I'm going to go and tell all of my workmen to dismantle all of the tables and all of the chairs inside of this cafeteria. And you know what? You can do the exact same thing over here in normal security as well. We should probably look to hiring a few more workmen. How many do we have right now? We got 32 workmen. Actually, no, we're not going to hire any more workmen. 32 workmen is crazy. I'm surprised we're making as much money as we are. We're making $13,576 per day with 32 workmen, 72 guards, and we're even, if we go into reports and policy, we're giving them high quantity, high variety meals twice a day. If we lower this down to medium quantity and medium variety, our daily income goes up to $18,850. That is crazy. We did find the tunnel. It is right about here. Hopefully this guy, he's received 10 hours in solitary confinement. That is fine. Let's go ahead and remove this tunnel like so. Hopefully we find any of the tunnels around the place. Oh, yep, here we go. Somebody else didn't get very far. It looks like they've just started the tunnel here, so that's good. No one seems to have gone too far out. I think for the most part, it should be fine because we've got enough guard towers all around our prison. We've got like 3 around the back here and then 1 over at the front. And the only real place to escape, I guess, or the real dangerous people for escaping would be the people all the way up in the top right corner here. These guys could quite easily just go here and then run, because the nearest guard tower is all the way down by the front entrance. It's like right, where the heck is this thing? It's like right there, so I'm sure he would not get, he might do, but I don't think he's going to get anyone running away up here. And then also our protective custody guys, like if these guys tried to escape going out through the bottom, they would also they would instantly be free. We wouldn't have even a chance to stop them. And I guess when we build the new area for minimum security here, they could also get out pretty easily as well. It turns out I was right. This is way too much for our power station to handle. So let's go to utilities. Let's build another power station right about there. We don't want to put them too close and make the same mistake we did before, because if the capacitors touch, then it shorts the grid because the grids can't touch each other. Let's go ahead and get someone to dismantle this line here real quick so we can get minimum security back online as soon as possible. There are a couple of cells here that don't have water, so let's also go ahead and try and hook those up. We'll do that, and I guess like that. I did also see some more before the episode started. Yeah, we got once there, and then we've got a sink right about here, which also doesn't have water, so we'll do that as well. We've got so many water pipes right now. That is crazy. They're busy laying pipes over there. We're putting all of our workmen to use. Hopefully, they can get this back online as soon as possible. Let's switch that on. All that stuff's going to come back online. Hopefully somebody will come get this fairly soon. We didn't build the new tables, so people are going to be really annoyed. Here we go. Let's try and get this done really quick here. So we're going to put that there. I was going to use the clone tool, and I still think I am going to use the clone tool. We'll do that in a second. Let's put you there, you there, you there. Once those have been placed, I'm going to try and clone those as fast as possible. I'm not entirely optimistic because it's not looking great. Can we move breakfast today? That might be a good idea. If we put yard time before, like that, and then we move breakfast through by an hour. So you're not going to eat breakfast till 10 a.m. It is going to be a little later than usual, but hopefully that will give us time to actually get all these down. So quick build, grab the clone tool, we're going to clone that, and we're going to paste it down over and over and over again. Much like with the minimum security canteen, I've tried to leave the entrances open because that's where the crowds of people are going to hoard up. And again, we want to make sure the congestion is as low as possible. Unfortunately, oh, I didn't do that one right. I'm going to have to, I didn't do that one right either. Flipping. Can we cancel these objects? Let me cancel that, and that. And then let me grab my clone tool again and try and actually do this right. I need to clone that one there and then try this again. There. And I think I'm actually going to leave the other two exactly where they were. So I'm going to leave that one there and that one there like that. Unfortunately, the minimum security prison is a lot more, like, thoughtfully laid out than the medium security one. It does have, I guess, like, this corridor along here that I could have cleared out, but this one's got, like, straight lines going up and down here, so you can go all the way through there, and then all the way through here. The medium security one, a little bit more wonky. It's got this line here, which kind of interferes with these tables here, but hopefully it shouldn't cause too much of an issue. Let's wait until they start putting down the tables in here. Hopefully then we can start cloning it, and hopefully all of this stuff will be ready by the time that 10 a.m. rolls around. Hopefully. There we go. This one's ready. Let's grab our clone tool. Let's quickly do the same thing we've just done with all of these. And that should be good to go. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and dismantle these two tables. For whatever reason, those benches didn't get dismantled with the rest of them. That's all looking good. Our workshop is not quite online yet. I also don't think that one power station without any capacitors is going to be able to handle this. So let's go ahead and do something like that, I guess. I don't think we're going to need all 9 to get this up and running. Hopefully. We've had a death first thing in the morning. We do have a very congested shower right there. Again, because last episode we changed the way that prisoners go to their showers. They go to the shower before they eat, and so they all go to the shower closest to their cell. It looks like everybody up here is going to be trying to go to this one shower, and then like just these guys here have got a nice little open shower, and these guys have got quite a bit of space as well. We should probably look into getting another shower somewhere around here, or maybe even expanding this one to make it much longer. Like if we go to planning here, maybe like expand this out all the way along here and make it a really big long shower for everybody in this area. And especially when we move out over here, we're probably going to have to repurpose like one of these areas, like right there, as like a shower room, just to make sure that all of these guys don't also try to go to the shower as well. It's a bit of a mess. Someone in the comment section did point out that I had messed up my deployment again, and I totally have. So let's go ahead and make sure that all of this stuff is set up correctly. We only want minimum security prisoners in the bottom left-hand corner here. I don't think that these little gaps between the doors matter too much, but I'm going to make sure that these are all also medium security. All this stuff, that one should be nobody. Laundry should be medium security. The cleaning cupboard should be medium security. We've said before that anyone can come down here. Do we actually have a solitary area for minimum security? We don't. We should probably set that up at some point so that all of our minimum security guys don't have to go round and through to medium security, but it should be fine for now. We'll make the cleaning cupboard medium security. We don't want any of our minimum security guys working down there. And other than that, that looks pretty okay. We do still have this infirmary over here. We got the medium security infirmary, but then I guess for the time being, maximum and minimum have to go through medium to this kind of shared infirmary over here, which again we should probably change at some point. We should get like a dedicated maximum security one and a dedicated minimum security one. No one's going for food just yet. I bet the food need is through the roof right now. It's actually not too bad. It's probably going to be on the rise. Actually, minimum security seems to be fine. And then maximum security, I'm not happy whatsoever. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job. All the tables are down in normal security. We've had a tase. This is not looking good. Attacked a staff member. That is not good whatsoever. I'm wondering if we should put down more serving tables, because all of the serving tables that we have right now are actually full. And so I'm thinking like right there, we'll throw down another serving table. There isn't really much space over here for more serving tables. In minimum security, it's a bit of a different story. We could put down, I guess, like one there. Oh, it doesn't fit. We could put down like one there, maybe? Yeah, I guess we could put one there. It's a little weird. It's a little janky. It's not the best. It's got like a really small corridor here, but it should work out just fine. And if it ends up getting rid of that food need, then I'm happy with it nonetheless. All right, so it's almost 10 a.m. People are about to come in for their morning breakfast. Is all of this stuff online? Let's have a look. It's not quite online, but this guy is working on it as we speak. We should definitely throw some lights in here as well, because that is going to be a pain to work in if they don't. So let's throw lights down. Something like that. We'll put lights like that. That should be fine for the time being. They put down all the capacitors, and that should give this guy a bunch of power capabilities. So that should come online any second now. Let's go ahead and unassign this as a workshop. That's not what I want that to be. Everybody is eating. It looks like things are doing a little bit better here than they were before. We fed 84% of our prisoners. We would like that to preferably be at 100%. It is rising. Maximum security, they're all injured. What the heck? They should be fine in terms of their food. It looks like serving tables aren't an issue. Like this serving table here still has food. If we come over here, this serving table still has food. The ones at the top don't quite. We've had 89% of our prisoners. We didn't quite feed them all. Now, I want to look at the report real quick. So I want to know if maximum security aren't getting fed. Actually, that seems to be fine. For the most part, it is maximum security who have the complaints. Like, if we look at all of our prisoners combined, there were very few people with food complaints, and those who did complain were in maximum security. I'm wondering if it's because we don't have a kitchen dedicated to maximum security. All of the maximum security food is being generated in the medium security kitchen and then being transferred up. And so I'm wondering if we're not quite generating enough food for both medium and maximum security in this one kitchen. That might be the issue, and I might want to look into maybe like cutting this off right about here, because we've got more than enough tables right now for our 21 maximum security prisoners, and so we could probably make this into a maximum security kitchen. However, you can see I have got big plans to expand maximum security, and so when we do that, we are going to want to have a bigger canteen to accommodate. I don't quite know if we're actually going to fill up maximum security. The quest for cell block E is just to get the capacity up to 500, and not to actually have 500 prisoners in the prison, and I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm actually going to intake a bunch of maximum security prisoners, or just kind of leave it as we just bump up people from medium and minimum security. We'll see how things go. If we need like more money, we might look into investing in maximum security prisoners, because they do pay more than the minimum and the normal security. But for the time being, we're making almost $20,000 a day. We've got $61,000 in the bank, so we can grab our clone tool and we can begin expanding out our cell blocks even more. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of these cells again like we did last episode. We'll do, I guess, that there. Another person has died today. What is going on? Who died? It's this guy right here. What the heck? He's a snitch and ex-law enforcement. What? Oh my goodness. Who else? We've got our informants. He's going up. Last time he had an 8% coverage, so his coverage is going up. He's in maximum security? Wow, I didn't know we had a maximum security informant. That is interesting. I can't see any more snitches. We got this guy who was oh no, we got this guy who's the ex-law enforcement. Yeah, I can't see any more snitches or ex-law enforcement. Oh no, we got this guy. You, Rap Sheet, you are going to protective custody. We should probably get into the habit of checking these guys as they come in, instead of checking them once somebody dies. We should probably, when we've got, like, tomorrow we've got 11 prisoners arriving, we should wait, we should pause the game and check them all as they come in to see if they arrive with any kind of reputation. We do have another potential CI here, so you know what, show rap sheet. I will go ahead and hire this guy if we can do. Rap sheet, experience, recruit informant, boom. How good is this guy? Intelligence, informant, he has 16% as well, just like Adam Underwood, which is fine. Not the best in the world, but it will do for now. Somebody else, what the heck? Oh my goodness, look at this guy. He's a gang member. We haven't checked up on our gangs, actually, in quite some time. So let's have a look here. Gangs. Do we have, like, big gang areas? It looks like for the most part, the gang areas are the yards. We've got some, like, gang rooms. Oh my gosh. Do we have a riot going on right now? What the heck? What is this? Everybody get back to your cells. Flippin' heck. What is going on here? There's a bloodbath in the cafeteria. Jeez. And why? Oh, he's been bumped up. I was going to say, why do we have all of these maximum guys in medium security? This is why we have all of the space in maximum security, because we have just gone from 21 to 37 maximum security prisoners in one day. So I think I was on the right track when I said that we're not going to actually build or take in more maximum security prisoners. We're just going to build more cells and allow our minimum and normal security guys to work their way up and eventually end up in maximum security, because it looks like that's always going to happen. I'll hit play here. I don't really want to have bang up because people are probably going to get annoyed pretty quickly here. What is everyone supposed to be doing right now? It's 5:30. It's work/free time, so I don't think anyone's too bothered about not doing their work. We do want to make sure, however, that everybody is out of bang up by 7 p.m. So we'll get to that in a second. Whilst we're waiting for that, I'm going to clone some more cells up here. I'm going to expand out maximum security because it seems like we desperately need it. So we'll go ahead and throw down a couple more of these. Is that right? That doesn't look right somehow. No, that's definitely not right. Okay, let me cancel all this stuff. Materials, cancel everything there. Walls, cancel all that stuff there. We'll put that back down in just a second. It's almost 7 p.m. Let's cancel the bang up. Everybody can go back outside now. They're all going to head to their work, but then they're going to instantly turn around and start heading for the canteen. Hopefully, again, we can feed a high number of prisoners, 8%, 10%. Hopefully that will go up to almost 100%. I would preferably like it if we could like get above 90%. I think that would be a point to where I would be happy with the amount of prisoners that we are feeding. Again, it would be nice to get 100%, but I will settle for 90%. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's clone all of those and do that again there. No, I've done it wrong again. Do I have a double cell here that I'm not seeing? Let me cancel all of that. Materials, let's cancel all of that. Why is that not working as I intended it to? Well, cancel those as well, and I guess get rid of that. Clone tool. I want to clone. Oh, it's 'cause I didn't grab the wall there, so it's like that. Okay, cool. That's going to work, and then we'll do the same thing there. And then I guess we can do the exact same thing there. We are burning through our money pretty quickly here, but we are working towards that cell block E grant. And plus, the more capacity we have, the more prisoners we can get, the more money we can make, and the faster we can expand here. We're at 69%, which is not filling me with confidence, I'm not going to lie. Everyone has just finished. We didn't feed anywhere near 100% of our people. Their food's still very low, though, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and reorganize this a little bit. So we'll put breakfast back at 9. No, we'll do 8 a.m. We'll do 8 a.m. breakfast. We'll then go, so shower, eat. You can then have free time after you eat, and then we'll put some yard time in after that as well. I'm not quite sure why we have separate schedules for minimum and then like normal and maximum are together when they share the exact same timetable ever since we moved them into like their separate areas. We should probably change that at some point in the near future. What is up with these? Oh, working position cannot be reached. Okay, so it looks like we can't actually have these ones down here. We could move everything up by 1, but I think what I'm going to do just for easiness sakes for the time being is just go ahead and actually we can sell these, I guess. Can we like sell these? No? Can I dismantle these? I can. Okay, we'll dismantle them, I guess, then. We don't want to dismantle the light. We just want to dismantle those. Logistics, let's get all 20 people in here. I want as many people working in here as is humanly possible and getting that carpentry qualification so they can make those better beds and we can actually get that quest complete. So, over here, you'll see I've actually kind of redesigned how I want this to look. I've got like a nice pathway going all the way around this, and then in the middle, I split this up into 3 rooms. And these 3 rooms are going to be the chapel, the common room, and the classroom, but they're going to be much bigger than they were before. Right now, they're like 6 by 5, I think. Oh no, they're 6 by 6. So right now, these are 6 by 6. We're going to turn them into 7 by 13 rooms. So we're going to make them much bigger. It's going to be necessary because right now our chapel is 2 pews, 1 altar, and 3 prayer mats for all 126 of our medium security prisoners. So let's go ahead and demolish these walls, and these walls, and I'm going to objects, and we're going to dismantle all of the objects as well. We're going to completely redo all of these rooms, including the CCTV cameras. We're going to get rid of everything, and we're going to have these become much, much bigger, especially the classroom. That is going to be necessary if we want to stand a chance of completing the Reform Through Education initiative. So we'll get that going. We've almost got 300 prisoners in our prison right now, which is crazy. This should be coming online pretty soon. We should probably have an officer patrolling in there. We did mention last episode that we're not going to put down an armed guard, but I feel like having a normal guard in there is just kind of common sense. If we don't put a guard in there, we can't see what's going on, and we're giving them, like, powered electrical tools. I do want to make sure the suppression levels are as low as possible, because I want them to be able to want to work and want to get that carpentry apprenticeship, but if we don't have anybody in there, I think like they're just gonna wreak havoc and destroy our entire prison. So we'll put one guy in there. Let's go ahead and oh my gosh, I am so bad apparently with putting down these objects in this cloning tool. Let's get rid of that. Quick build. I want one right there. Okay, cool. Let's grab our clone tool again. Can we get like this whole area here? Oh, we totally can. Look at this. Boom. All down, one foul swoop. I like it. Do we have any downward facing cells? We do. Let me grab like a couple of those. And we're going to build these all the way down here. These are up against the wall. So boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh, these are going to go on for quite a while. Have we got enough money? Not quite. But we're going to do it anyway. We're not going to be able to get all of these fitted out with plumbing, and all the cells up here you can see as well don't have any kind of electrical cable or plumbing either, but well, I'm all about expanding. I want to get to that 500 prisoner capacity as soon as we possibly can. Our workshop is online. Hopefully, some prisoners are going to go work in there tomorrow, and things are going to be great. We should get this up and running as soon as possible, but right now we've got no money, so we can't really do that. Let's go and unallocate all of these rooms. And then whilst we're waiting for the money to roll in, let's go ahead and make this a chapel. Let's make, I guess, this end one a classroom, and then we'll make this middle one again a common room. We'll do the exact same setup that we had last time. We are going to have to dismantle these doors because those are not actually in the places that I want them to be in. And I also want to demolish? I also want to demolish the wall there and there so we have like a nice pathway going all the way around this. So it's just easier for everyone to access it. I'll probably end up putting a couple of doors on this place. Like I'll probably have like a door here, a door maybe here and a door here. I'm not quite sure if we need one there, but I guess people can like walk in and go through that door if they come across this corridor, and then we're going to implement over here. Could we get this foundation built? If I do something like that, I can. I think that's going to work out perfectly. I don't think it's going to demolish like the corners there. So that should work out fine. We should probably go ahead and do these as well whilst we're at it. That's not right. Do that whilst we're at it. This is essentially just allowing all the people who are going to be in these new cells that we just built access or easy access to the cafeteria so they can get their food nice and easily. Again, we are going to run into the shower issue because down here there's no shower. The nearest shower is this one over here. So I might have to potentially maybe like cut into the common room. Maybe if I cut the common room like here and make this into a shower that these guys can go to, possibly. Or maybe just move the classroom. I don't really want to move the classroom, although we could move it to over here. You know what? No, we're going to move the common room. What I'm going to do is, for now, we're not going to have a common room. And eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend out like here with the workshop, and we're going to have a common room right here, and it's going to be next to what is going to be the minimum security yard that's going to go next to that. So we're going to make this into a nice big shower once we get some more money, because right now, our funds are not looking as healthy as they have done in the past. So we definitely need to work on that. But for the most part, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. It's almost time for our new batch of prisoners. This time, we should make sure that we get all of them. We were close to 300 before, now we've only got 298, but we have a capacity for 411 prisoners, which is absolutely crazy. We're only 85 away now from being able to have to complete that grant for Cell Block E and get that capacity for 500 prisoners, which is fantastic. We should get quite a bit of money once we start releasing all of our prisoners on parole. In fact, we could probably look into running... I know we've got a lot of parole hearings going, but we have 64 people in the queue. So I'm wondering if it might even be worthwhile for us to start even more parole hearings at the 2 to 6 p.m. mark. You can see right now we've got a bunch at 6 to 10, 10 to 2, and then 2 to 6. And it might even be worth us implementing more parole rooms. Like, we have 6 right now. There are none for maximum security, although to be fair, I don't think a lot of maximum security prisoners are up for parole all that often. But given how many people we have coming into the prison regularly, it might be worthwhile investing in more of those and trying to get as many people through the parole system as is possible. We still have this issue here, which is really not good. We do see a lot of people complaining about bowels or bladders. We should probably put down like a bunch of toilets in here as well, like we used to do earlier in the season with like this toilet here. We got a bunch of toilets in the shower. That might work out well for this shower up here. We might want to look into that eventually. But before we do that, let's check out the prison bus. All these guys are going to get off. Let's go to intelligence, informants. I don't know if informants tells me anything. Can I like click on them and find out? I think it would tell me, like when I hover over them, if they were known to be a snitch or ex-law enforcement. So he's suppressed. That doesn't surprise me. So he's quick. Yes, I think it would say, like, oh, here we go, ex-law enforcement. So you instantly want to go to protective custody, like that. These guys are fine. You are fine. Fine. You're a snitch, so you as well can go straight in to protective custody. You look very good for 63, I must say. He's quick. He's ex-law enforcement. We've already dealt with him. Suppressed is fine. We just want to make sure we catch any ex-law enforcement. This guy's wearing black, which is a little bit scary. Not gonna lie, but for the most part, these guys all look fine. I don't think I've missed any ex-law enforcement just yet. The prison buses just keep coming. They don't stop, which is not really surprising. We don't have another snitch here due to how many prison cells we just made. But we want to try and make sure we get onto as many of these as possible, because I'm fairly certain we're probably going to miss some with just how many are running off the bus right now. I'm trying to catch them as best I can, but it doesn't look like they're already there. Okay, I think we got all of them. I think that's all of the snitches taken care of. They should all be placed into protective custody. Right now, we've got 9 protective custody prisoners and only a capacity for 10. We might have to expand out our protective custody wing at some point soon. Actually, I never take protective custody into account when looking at the needs. I wonder if they're the people who are complaining about food. Protective custody, they're not. They're complaining about family and recreation and warmth. We should probably get a radiator down here. Not gonna lie, that should be something that we look into getting pretty quickly. Is it in there? It is. Let me go to, you know what, I'll put one down there, and then I'll check to see what it's like over here. So logistics and warmth. Yeah, it's really cold down in that area over there. Where is our nearest radiator? I don't think... Yeah, that looks pretty far away. I don't think we can run that all the way down here. So I think we're going to have to put down another water boiler kind of outside like that. And then you know what? What we'll do is we'll kind of run a large pipe up to that. And then coming out of that, we'll give these guys hot showers. You know what? We'll give them nice warm showers. And we'll also give them the radiator. There we go. So these guys should be getting the best treatment. We should expand that out. I don't quite know how we're going to do that. We might have to relocate this entirely because we don't have much space here. We've reached the bottom. We could buy out this slot of land and kind of build out this way, which actually I think might be a good idea because like I mentioned earlier, we do have the issue of all of these people being able to escape very easily, and that would allow us to quickly and easily expand out the protective custody area. It would also allow us to expand out minimum security going downwards as well, and then use this area up here for more like normal security, kind of wrapping around maximum security in the middle. That could work out quite well, but I was going to say we're nowhere near 80,000. That is not all true. We have so much money. It is crazy. Let's get our altar thrown in here. Let's get our chapel up and running as well. We do want to make sure that we actually put walls on this. Although we could have a freeform open prison. It would be nice if we could actually get some walls on this place and make it look a little bit like an actual prison establishment. Here we go. We'll throw all those down. hit play. I thought I dismantled the CCTV camera, but we'll get rid of that, get rid of the desk, and get rid of these 2 chairs. There is actually a quest for us to build, I think 20 of the desks for people to work in as part of the Reform Through Education initiative. It doesn't look... Are these the wrong way around? They totally are. Let me turn those around. It doesn't look like we're going to have that... Like, we're not going to have enough space to put another row of pews down here. We could put them in sideways, I guess, but I think that would be a little weird. So you know what? We're just going to have a big line of prayer mats going all the way down the side here. So if you want to use the prayer mats, you can. We'll put down doors there and there. We'll put down one right about there. And we'll also put down one there and there. Nice. Okay. This door is fine. Let's go lead to the toilet. Actually... we should... I'm going to demolish these walls, but I don't want to cancel it because I think it'll cancel more walls than I want it to cancel. This door definitely needs to go. Let's demolish that and throw down another concrete wall when that's done. I want to demolish this wall and put drains there so we can have a shower that people can just easily walk into. And then as for the classroom... let's go to objects, let's grab our school desks, and let's just cram as many of these into here as we possibly can. So we're going to turn these round. I think we're fine to put them kind of in front of each other like this, but then I will put like a 1 gap between them all, like so. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. That completes the one part of the Reform Through Education initiative. Now that we've got that classroom up and running, we should definitely look into getting the program going for the foundation education and for the general education. General education, I'm a little bit more skeptical of. I don't know if we're ever going to get that, but definitely the foundation education we can work towards and hopefully at some point actually achieve. So let's run these down. We should probably look into hooking up all those new cells that we built with water and power, because I think... we did fill them all up, despite the fact that they don't have running water or actual power. I think we did still, we still put people in them. So we do need to make that a priority and try and get all of this hooked up. This has just gone too far without a large pipe. So let's run this all the way along to the end here and then connect that up like so. Electrical cable we can run as well. How are we doing on this grid? That grid's fine-ish, so I think that should be okay. Over here, we're also on the green grid, which is not the best. I think what we'll do here is we'll run this line kind of all the way up, like up here, out, and through like so. I guess through the middle would work better like that. So that's actually going to hook up a little bit of maximum security to this power station, which again I think should be fine. And then we'll do this and this. If we run into any issues, we might, we've got a ton of power available on this capacitor, and so we might end up using this one for like maybe the bottom half here. Possibly, depending on how that works out. But we'll see how that goes. All right, we're making $32,000 a day. Again, I think that number's a little bit inflated due to the fact that we just took in like 60 new prisoners. But we'll see how that works out. Metal detector doing its job, finding people who have contraband. We did have this room up here, which I was originally, I think, going to make into a psychiatrist's office. We got people wandering around up here. We should definitely have a guard patrolling up here, right? Why is there... There's supposed to be one, but apparently we don't have enough guards. You know what? We've got almost 400 prisoners. We will bump this up to... Do I want to go to 80? You know what? Sure, we'll go to 80. We're still making over $30,000 a day. I don't know if that's including paroles or not, but we're making a ton of money. Actually, we should look into... Did we buy all the corporation tax? We did. We took out the offshore tax haven. That's fine. I'm not quite sure what legal prep... We could look into death row. That could be interesting. Try and get some actual death row prisoners into the prison and prosecute those guys. But let's go with legal prep. It costs $50,000. Actually, no. Let's do death row. We've got $50,000, but I want to use that money to continue expanding and to make sure that all of our prisoners have actually got the utilities that they need to actually function. I don't think all of these need to be done just yet because we don't have anywhere near this number of maximum security prisoners, but we might as well do it now so that we don't have to come back to it later on down the line and think about doing it again. So we'll do that. We'll run this all the way down here. And we'll do the same thing right about there. That looks good. How is everybody doing? Wow, we're making so much money. Early release reward, early release reward. I don't think that number there counts the number of people that we're releasing through parole. And thanks to the fact that we added that new 2 to 6 p.m. parole hearing, we're getting a bunch more money kind of throughout the day as well, whereas before it was kind of coming in first thing in the morning. Now it's kind of trickling through and coming in all day long. We can still have 59 people in queue. Can we add another one like 6 to 10 p.m.? Oh, I didn't want to stop that. I want to start more. We can. We're going to do a 6 to 10 p.m. one as well. Holy cheese. Look at that. We got so many parole hearings going on right now. That's crazy. We got another one that should be going on right about now. There it is. Look, these guys are here. We're waiting for the parole officers. We desperately need a bigger canteen. We have 158 minimum security prisoners. We either need a bigger canteen or a secondary canteen because this is not big enough. This does not seem to be big enough. We're feeding 68% of all of the people. That number is going up, but not as fast as I would like it, considering breakfast does end in half an hour. We might hit 80%, but I don't think we're going to hit anywhere near our goal of getting 90% of all prisoners fed. Yeah, not even close. So we definitely need to look into expanding that. I might just kind of have it, like, expand out this way if we go to planning real quick. I think I might just kind of expand it out like this and just make it a little longer, kind of get rid of these cells here and then maybe reallocate those to, like, over here maybe on this side of the visitation room. We'll see. Maybe extend it downwards again if we get that 80,000, which we can probably do fairly soon here. We do need to run a large pipe all the way along to the end there, so we actually hook this up and keep the pressure going at the end there. The shower here is pretty much ready to be built, so let's go ahead and demolish this wall here. I don't think there's much point in demolishing this wall. There's not really much point in having a door there, but I don't think it really hurts anything too much. And then we'll go to rooms. We'll allocate this as one nice big shower. We've got 12 showers in the prison right now. That is a little bit crazy. Let's grab our shower head. If we zoom in on here, it should highlight it. It did. Let's do that. Let's run this all the way down like that. Let's run it all the way along like that. And then all the way down again like so. We want to make sure that we have drains all the way along the bottom like this, so we don't have just water flowing everywhere. And then, just like we've done before, we will also run some walls through the middle like this and try and fit on as many shower heads as we can. This basket is actually really annoying me. I have no idea why there's a laundry basket there. Hopefully that gets moved pretty quickly. The shower is going to be a little bit more cramped than some of the other ones that we've had. I'm not going to lie, it looks definitely a lot more cramped than some of the other ones, but it should be fine. Can we get rid of this, please? It says move laundry basket. Can we move this? Clean up in the shower. I would like to get rid of this. Also, we should throw down some lights again, like we did last episode. Get some lights in there. Make sure people can see what the heck is going on. We've already got lights in there. We've got like one light in there in the weirdest position ever, but that's fine. I don't think that we have a spiritual guidance program running in our secondary chapel. We've got spiritual guidance, which right now I believe is running in only the maximum security chapels. So, we've got 210 in queue. Let's start one of those, hopefully in, the medium security chapel, and then another one, which should be in the minimum security chapel, I hope. Oh, look, that's the spiritual guidance guy. I don't know where he's going, but hopefully it's down here to this thing. If we check out the schedule real quick, we should see, look at this, parole hearings all day long. I love it. Max Sec, Shared Chapel, Medium Sec. That makes me think that this has not been correctly labeled under deployment. It has not at all. I don't know why, but for some reason it keeps undoing it. So now, hopefully, if we go back, if we go back to the schedule now, that should be set down as medium security. Yes, we've got medium, minimum, and maximum security, all of which have a chapel and all of which have a spiritual guidance program. So hopefully, we can start to clear through the 210 people who would like to do that at some point. Oh no! Somebody escaped, but he was taken out by a sniper. We got him. We did it. He had a fork. What the heck? We're doing a shakedown. Where did he come from? Was it here? I want this cell to be priority. What the heck? That's our first, I think our first escape attempt. Is it? We might have had one before. We've had a few people try and tunnel out, but I don't think we've ever had anybody get past the wall. So that's definitely the first time that somebody's been shot by the sniper. I don't know if that was a warning shot. I don't think he's dead. Yeah, he's suppressed. I think that he was, like, they fired a warning shot and then he stopped in his tracks because he didn't want to get actually shot. So they're going to go and get him at some point now. Take him to solitary for a very long time. He's got $8 on him, which I guess is good. And we're almost at 80,000. So you know what? I think we're going to buy this new plot of land down here. It's not probably the best investment of our money. We could definitely use it to expand out and try and get up to that 500 capacity here. But I've never actually bought those extra plots of land, and I would definitely like to do that. So let's just go and do this. That laundry basket looks like it's been moved. We should probably hook this up at the bottom here just to make sure the pressure keeps flowing. Let's also throw down the wall there. It looks like an absolute mess when you look at the actual, like, pipes underneath it. And then let's put down a shower head right about there. Make sure it's connected up with small pipes like so. That should all be good. We've got 80,000. You know what? I would like to purchase this. I thought my game had crashed. It hasn't. It's not. I thought it was going to be like a full new square. It's not quite. It's like an extra half square, but that is more than fine. That gives us a bunch of extra space to work down vertically. We are going to have to move our wall here. You can see it's really weird. We've got like this line of dirt along the edge of our perimeter here, which now just kind of separates the new area and the old area. So what I think we'll do, guys, next time is look into maybe expanding out protective custody, especially as we push to get 500 capacity. We're going to get a bunch more people coming in who need to go into protective custody, and we want to make sure that as many of those guys as possible can actually get there. For some reason, that has not connected. Oh, it's because you didn't go there. That should pump the water around, hopefully, to this new radiator. But yeah, we're going to have to set up a bunch more space for protective custody. They need their own visitation area. They could probably do with a better shower, maybe a slightly bigger canteen. They've only got, what, 4, 8, 12, 16 bench spaces and 10 people. Especially if we expand that, they're going to want to have more stuff. What else are they complaining about? If we go to needs and protective custody, no more hygiene, no more recreation. We could probably give them, their yard is very bare bones. They could do with like a pool table, some workbenches once our 7-hour remove all the workbenches ban is lifted. We're making $30,000 a day. So if this keeps going, we should be able to actually buy quite a few of these expansions fairly quickly and actually go further down. I'm assuming we can only go one more down there and maybe not go any further than that. But I wonder if we can buy like these corner pieces or if you have to have like a cross-shaped prison. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. But things being built, we'll speed things up a little bit here because I want to get this shower up and running. We have yet to produce any beds, any superior beds whatsoever. None of them have been produced. Let's take a look at the programs. Carpentry apprenticeship. There were 5 people interested / qualified. Nobody has passed yet, which is the reason why we don't have any of them. As soon as one person passes and then doesn't get released on parole, we should be good to go. I think that might be one of the things that is hurting us as a prison. The number of people who are releasing on parole. If we teach them to do the carpentry apprenticeship, then they leave before they can actually make any significant amount of beds or doors or anything like that. So it's a bit of a shame. But we are making a ton of money by bringing in a ton of prisoners and then like releasing them on parole really, really quickly. So we are making so much money. It is crazy. We did have one escape attempt, but he has been apprehended. Let's go ahead and get rid of this tunnel. I think if we like just get rid of that, it should show me where it goes to, because apparently the guards have been unable to find where this tunnel actually comes out from. So I have no idea where he's at. But we'll see. When the work gun gets here, he will show us where it's gone. He will show us the way. We also need to get a visitation area set up for maximum security, and we also still haven't set up any kind of remote door access. Like, all of our guards are still being used to open all of the doors. We definitely need to get the remote door system set up and start putting door servos onto some of our doors so we can automatically open those remotely instead of having our guard do every single door opening by hand. And I still wanted to get that, the thing in over here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he was like right there. Okay, let's go ahead and demolish that all the way along and down there so nobody else can get out of that. But yeah, there's also like road gates, I think. If we come over here and I type in gate, maybe? Yeah, we can get road gates like here and here a little further up and kind of build it, surround it in fence so that when we do get like a massive amount of prisoners like we did earlier in today's episode, we can make sure that those guys can't run away, because right now they could just run. There is a sniper, which, I mean, is probably going to stop anybody from trying to do that, but they could definitely try and escape, especially if they tried to run northbound with all these trucks here. I don't know if the sniper can shoot through trucks or not, but if we put a road gate there, it kind of just keeps all the traffic in one place and kind of keeps the people in there and makes it as secure as possible. But for now, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. We have so many prisoners right now in both these canteens. It is a little bit crazy. We should definitely look into expanding those at some point next episode. But, like I said, for now, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. As always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.